The human world in the film is very much about straight lines, more muted colors in many cases. When we went to really work on what was going to be happening in the monster world and how that was going to look, we made conscious decisions to take those things specifically. We chose to make them in contrast to that human world. And so everything in the monster world is, a crooked line. Nothing is absolutely straight. None of the corners are 90-degree corners. And then bringing as much really more saturated colors and detail into this as we could to really make that monster world just kind of, pop out and be something that was really striking and something that was quite different from what we saw in the human world. By the time we get to the arena, we really wanted to start feeling much more comfortable. And so the palette becomes a little bit more focused. We're going with a lot more reds to really kind of complement what's happening with Red Monster and just create an environment that, is really exciting and engaging for everyone. A lot of these spaces were really quite large. The physical space that they would take up required very large sound stages. And required, in many cases, actually very creative solutions to how to get things fit. We ended up being able to build 3 different levels, the first 3 levels of the Red Tower interior, so the actual arena, and then a couple of levels up from that. That was actually really important. We'd gone through the pre-production process talking about trying to do a significant amount of that CG and set extension and other visual effects work. It was really important, I think, for all of us, me in particular, that we were able to actually have as much of a physical set as possible so that we would allow the actors, everybody who was taking part in creating this film, to really feel that space, know where they are, and really connect with it. We did build most of the forest within a soundstage. We had a decent amount of height on the ceiling, but none of the trees go up more than probably about 4 or 5 meters. And so a lot of that then required extension. But the other challenge is that all of the lights are up there. So we had to find creative ways to light things that didn't necessarily create camera flares. We had to make sure that we didn't see too far off into the distance. We really wanted to try to make things as much as compartmentalized as we possibly could, so that we would just be adding stuff that was going off into the distance. We didn't want to have to replace anything when we were going into it. We really wanted to let the set that was there, carry as much of the story and as much of the creative energy as possible. We did maybe more previs on this film than most that I've been involved with in the past. And a lot of that was really just to test out the story ideas and make sure that we really understood how to shoot this stuff. Because of the sort of fluidity of the way that we were shooting, we really just, kind of on the spot came up with solutions to most things. And we did, even on Mountain Forest Highway, try different things, putting the camera in different places, laying dolly track in different areas. We tried, a lot of things that didn't work. And those gave way to things that then allowed us to be successful in how we were shooting it.